my friends, and welcome to another episode of What Grinds My Gears. In this episode, I have to question YouTube's ability to deliver user-friendly functions and fairness to all its content providers, and not just to those who can afford Google Ads or other benefits most of us don't have access to or can't afford. And we might get a little politically outraged as well. So here we go. I've touched on this subject here and there in other episodes, how fracked up YouTube and its algorithm for content distribution and viewability is for many of us. Some of you have experienced disappearing channels, and by that I mean you may have subscribed to a channel, but you're not getting notifications or even seeing them in your feeds. And that, my friends, it grinds my gears. I used to wonder why my channel seemed stagnant, getting low views and even less comments than in the past. Well, it seems to me YouTube is picking and choosing who gets noticed and who sees what. Some people have mentioned it's because of the content I provide, as it's not mainstream material. I say that's a barn full of cow dung. There are several diecast channels that have or are blowing up while the rest of us are spinning our wheels unrewarded and struggling like a salmon swimming up a river to get its last nut. Recently, I've had a minimum of 3 friends tell me they didn't get notifications to my events and they've been missing episodes. And I'm sure there are more that just haven't noticed the missing feeds and notifications. I get the same thing myself. I've noticed a lack of notifications and feeds from channels I subscribe to, and maybe days later, after they've already premiered, then I get a notice. And that grinds my gears to a freaking stall. It's not because my channel featuring diecast racing and other diecast content is too niche or not mainstream enough. It's the fractards programming and running YouTube that are causing some channels to be hidden and go unnoticed. I saw one channel just recently with only 20 videos to its credit, yet somehow it has nearly 2,000 subscribers. How the frack does that work? And there's tons of others out there like this. Seriously, YouTube, WTF. There's something not even close to right going on with YouTube and its dysfunctional process. Here's another example of their stupidity and single brain cell operations that help them keep our channels down and go unnoticed. I created the GDM channel over 3 years ago, as of this past July 2025. Published hundreds of videos and shorts on a weekly basis, and sometimes more than one per week. Suddenly, my features have been stripped. I can no longer connect videos to other related content, something that I was able to do just days ago. Now suddenly they want me to verify who I am in order to restore my channel features? I've been providing content for over 3 fragging years. Who the frack do they think I am? I didn't peel my skin off and become someone else, you amoebiatic fractards. Are you freaking kidding me with this? You're really grinding my gears to the last fragging tooth, YouTube. Now, I don't like to mix politics with anything, but just for a minute, here's a conspiracy theory for you. With all these billionaire politicians buying and owning their own media platforms, besides them using it for their own political ends, could they be collecting our information for other not good for us reasons? Certain persons want everyone numbered and filed, and you probably know who I'm speaking of. Now suddenly these platforms want our personal information. Coincidence? Probably. But while we're in the neighborhood, I have to mention these frackin' tariffs that a certain basshole has implemented in a tantrum because countries wouldn't give in to his outrageous demands for their property and cultural heritage. These tariffs affect our friends and the diecast community in such harsh ways. Not even getting into the cost of living increase here, but just in diecast alone. First, you have the cost increase on every Hot Wheels, Matchbox, Jada, and everything else diecast and diecast related, including such things as like simple landscape decor. The once $1.25 mainline has gone up as much as $1 in many stores. But I will take a second to commend Target and Walmart for holding their mainline costs down to prices we are used to and can afford. Where we really get hit and what makes our wallets agonize even more than before is with the premiums. Hot Wheels, Matchbox, M2, Auto World, the whole lot, are seeing price hikes of $2 to $3 and more in some places. I don't buy premiums that much, and now I will never buy them. Come on, they were already $7, $8. Now they're $10, $11, $12. No, I'm not going there. But for those of you that do, I can sympathize. Unless you're a scalper, then frack you. I hope you can't clear off pegs and shelves anymore, and maybe others will have a chance to find a Ferrari F1 or a TH. But the real hurt locker comes to those of us hosting and participating in diecast racing and diecast hosted events. The fracking tariffs have made it so much more expensive to ship overseas or even across neighboring borders. This affects our friends worldwide, and it freaking grinds my gears to a smoking wreck. It's crushing our hobby and livelihood, and I can't tell you how much I'd love to crush the bullshit balls of the person that created these new tariffs, but he'd have to have balls for that to happen. He's a bully throwing a temper tantrum, and his courage comes from his goose-stepping enforcers and billionaire allies. I hate to infer insults towards Loki, but this fractard reminds me of Loki in his early years, when he wanted to conquer and rule all, but when someone said no, he'd go into a raging fit. Remind you of any Oompa Loompas you know? Due to these new tariff fees, it's nearly impossible, if possible at all, for our friends overseas and across our neighboring borders to participate in events, or vice versa for anyone in the States. And that, my friends, grinds my gears so bad I had to get a tow to the loo. YouTube and Oompa Loompa tariffs, that's a combo that could end diecast racing and hosting. It definitely don't help in any way, not one fracking bit. And bringing us back to the YouTube side of things, YouTube and its unnecessary so-called enhancements and dysfunctional and unfair algorithm process. Bottom line, whatever their reasoning is for this sudden verification crap, just straight up hawking shist. I have tried their methods to restore my channel features. I don't have a PC cam, so I can't do the video verification thing. So I tried sending them a photo ID, and after jumping through their hoops and harnesses, it ended up not working. My photo wouldn't upload. Their links to do this have to be fragged. So I gave up, frustrated and without my channel features. Sitting there grinding my gears over their idiotic, unnecessary, and dysfunctional verification process. First, they're hiding my channel and the content from getting out to subscribers or even to general viewers that could possibly become subscribers. Now they stripped my features until I can get past their broken arse system to get verified. GDM to YouTube control, you are a mission abortion. And that is what grinds my gears. And then there's this new community page function. Ha! It's supposed to allow subscribers to your channel to post messages to the host and the host can reply back and forth communicating, which would be a good thing if it freaking worked. It's straight up garbage. It's a phone app. What is the sense in having a community option that can only be accessed via a phone app? It's not even user-friendly if all users can't use it at all and are limited to certain devices. These slag-sucking fractards seriously grind my gears. It's hard enough to create content we provide for YouTube and for your viewing pleasures. Between recording, editing, creating splash pages, etc., the whole 9 yards, the time consumed putting it all together, and they just keep throwing brick walls at us. A community page that you can't commune with. Just what I don't need, YouTube. Might as well be throwing stones at a freaking Mastodon. Now, I'm not as tech savvy as I would like to be, and I shouldn't have to sign up for classes just to provide content and grow my channel. I mean, seriously, these YouTube yodels programming this platform and creating these things that are supposed to enhance our channels are only making it worse. If you're not Gen X, Y, and Z, you are OUT. And honestly, if this is the direction these brain frackers are taking YouTube, I don't see how we can grow our channels when YouTube is constantly throwing up roadblocks and throwing up on us. For most of the 7 days out of the week, I'm working on content, planning events, and the entire recording and editing process. Some days it's an all-day thing. Some days it's a few hours. but it's an everyday thing for me. We don't need things to be harder for us to access or provide content for our channels. We need open doors, but YouTube keeps slamming them shut. And that, my friends, is what continues to grind my gears. I shouldn't have to go through this. None of us should. I've been a content provider for over 3 years. Many of you have been doing it for a lot longer. Honestly, I feel those behind the YouTube platform underestimate the diecast community in every freaking way. It is a huge worldwide community of fun-loving, kind, generous, and hard-working creative people. We provide fun, entertaining, and informative content that benefits the YouTube platform. If everyone was allowed and able to see our channels and content, I bet channels would grow a lot more and a lot faster. Seriously, I bust my already busted arse to create and provide content for you, my friends, for all viewers and possible future subscribers. But YouTube and their amoebiatic, knuckle-dragging Neanderthal ways are doing everything possible to keep GDM down and grind my gears to a smoking, bloody halt. Mahalo, YouTube. My friends, the sound you just heard is my transmission exploding from YouTube grinding my gears to a fracking meltdown. That's my rant, and I'm sticking to it. Mahalo e aloha for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this episode. You can let me know your thoughts and points in the comments. You know the drill. Click that thumbs up, leave me some comments, and share the GDM channel with your friends. If you're just tuning into the GDM channel, click the subscribe button and the notification bell. All is very much appreciated. Until the next race or rant, aloha from the island. Have a good day, a good night. May the spirit of aloha fill your days. Share a smile with someone, and always keep your roof to the sun. Mahalo.